Chest up, shoulders back. Welcome to Revival Fitness, everybody. And this is a video I didn't anticipate making. I thought this was never going to happen. I mean, I guess it happens to more people than I realized. But this is not a clickbait video. I didn't just reel you in to get free views and all that stuff. We're going to talk about what's been happening with me because I haven't posted in a while, at least regularly. I was checking my records today. I haven't even made a new video in nearly 2 months. I think it was like early July when I filmed my last new video, so to speak. I don't know where all my stuff is. I have no idea. So the moving truck came, it was August 2nd in LA to pick up my stuff, and then I left the following day to go to my new place. I thought about telling people where I live now. I don't know if I want to reveal that publicly, at least at the moment. Some of you might even know, but the moving truck took my stuff. I signed it, right? You know, they came in, picked everything up, taped it up, labeled it, put it in the truck. I was like, okay, sweet, you know. And then I get to my new spot, and a few days go by. I'm like, okay, you know, it's a long move, whatever. And then it's been a week. Okay, what's going on? Called them, can't get an answer. Oh, all right, that's kind of weird. 2 weeks. We're almost 3 weeks in now. Nobody from this moving company, we'll talk about that later, moving company in quotes. Yeah, they won't answer any of my messages. I don't even think they have an actual customer service line. I don't think they're actually a legitimate company. And I don't know where any of my stuff is. No idea. All I have here is my phone I'm recording on. I have my camera bag, thankfully. I have my new laptop I got. I have like a week's worth of gym clothes and underwear and socks. That's all I have. I'm living out of a bag, essentially. And I've been ordering stuff, you know, because you have to get some things going in some capacity, but I don't know where my actual stuff is. The bed frame, my computer, my monitor, my desk, my bed frame, all my pots and pans, utensils, all the gym stuff, my entire home gym, all gone. I don't know where it is. I'm trying not to freak out too much about this because I've read stories and articles and seen videos online about people who they just end up getting their stuff like 2 or 3 months after the move, but it's like, I've seen stories too where this stuff ends up in like rental units or storage facilities, and the company just doesn't even, they're so broke they don't even pay for the storage facility, and all the stuff just gets auctioned off. I mean, there's probably $10,000+ worth of stuff that I don't know where it is. No idea where it is. As far as I know, it's in California somewhere. My entire life since I've gotten here, after I kind of realized that this was happening, all I do all day is just look up this company. I also had a moving broker. I'm going to give you guys some tips if you are moving across state lines, what not to do, because I pretty much did it all wrong. I have a gym nearby that I've gone to a few times, which is good. I've got a haircut, you know. It's not like I'm in dire straits, obviously, but every day I wake up and I'm like, maybe this is the day. They're like, hey, here's when it's going to show up. I don't think so. The guy who was leading the move, so to speak, he gave me a number of a dude for the company. I'm not sure if I should publicly disclose the name of the company. I'm not sure if that would... I should probably text an attorney I know before I do that. Maybe I'll put it in the pinned comment. You know, we could spam the number. Maybe get them to crack a little bit. This guy, he first messages me and said, hey, I'll let you know when it's leaving California. It's still in a warehouse. I don't think it's actually in a warehouse. And he won't answer any of the text I send. His number, he won't answer his phone. The company official phone number on the bill I got is an unattended number, full voicemail. Oh boy, yeah, so I don't know. But the good thing, I have spoken to the LAPD about this, and I have been messaging one of their officers, which again, it's no guarantee that they're gonna be able to find this stuff, but just putting pressure on them would probably be helpful, just to get it here, assuming it's not just all sold off. So what I did was I went through a broker, which is a big mistake, by the way. So essentially, whenever I was planning this move, guys, you go on, right, it's very simple. You go online and search moving companies, best moving companies, whatever. Please understand this, guys. I learned this the hard way, basically. I'm sure it's like this in other industries too. But if you input that information, they're going to say get a free quote. That is going to go out to 500 companies or brokers or both. So essentially, I was getting calls every 20 minutes from, oh, we have the best, we have the lowest rate, we have the lowest rate, we have the lowest rate. And I got a quote from one company and it was very, very high. In the back of my head, I was like, it can't possibly be that much money. But then another company called me after I got that quote and he gave me an estimate that was almost half of that price. And based on some other ones I'd seen, they gave like a similar range. And I was like, okay, sure, let's go with this one. Now, the guy that called me was not actually a moving company, it was a broker. So what that means is they don't actually do the moving, they don't actually have trucks or anything, or guys that work with them. They are essentially just middlemen who connect the people looking for movers to the movers. So that's just a pro tip. If you're gonna move, guys, go right to the source. Again, looking back in hindsight, I probably easily could have just searched up like Los Angeles moving companies, I don't know, it's too late now, but he gave me, the estimate, whatever. I go through it all, I read it, I was like, okay, it sounds good. And I put down a deposit with them, which that's probably another thing, you probably shouldn't put down a deposit like that. It is what it is, man. This was happening as I was, in the trenches preparing for the show, which that also didn't go that well. The past few months of my life have been just... I went into this summer like, yeah, man, this is going to be the best summer ever. I'm going to compete and I'm going to move and I'm going to set all this up. And it's been a mess. It's been really bad. Moving day finally comes. I spent nearly 2 full days packing all my stuff, putting it in boxes, taping it, folding things, all this stuff. And the movers show up. They did a good job, I guess, in their own right. They labeled everything. They came in and out. And then they took my stuff. And that's it. I have not really heard any official word since that happened. And I've seen stories online of people that have dealt with the same moving company. Again, not the broker. The broker is the one that employs or subcontracts, essentially, the moving company. So now I have to deal with essentially 2 parties, both of which... The broker is much more responsive. They have an actual website and stuff, even though on the website they claim that they're movers. They're like, let us in. They speak as if they're the ones doing the moving. It's really shady. And whenever you're stressed out moving and doing other stuff, you don't really look, you're just like, okay, sure, it sounds good, it looks good, whatever. The broker, in their agreement that I signed, they say explicitly that they're going to find a licensed or authorized interstate moving company. It's called the Federal Motor Carrier Service Division, FMCSA or something, I forget the total acronym. But the moving company that they got for me, they're not even authorized on that website. And I spoke to a guy from the broker yesterday. I finally got a hold of somebody. He's like, oh no, well, they could just get that revoked because of something like a speeding ticket. He was probably lying to me, probably bullshitting me. But, what can I do? I'm just like, okay, sure, I guess. But they're not even authorized to do business. So based on what I've seen, they essentially breached their contract by getting somebody who isn't authorized. Now, the company too, both the broker I've looked up, the broker has mixed reviews. There's a good amount of negative ones, but there are some positive ones. The moving company I've seen, which again, I didn't even know the name of the moving company until the day they showed up, right? The broker never gave me that information, and it's on me too. I should have been more diligent, being like, hey, who's doing this move? I should have done better research. That's the toughest part, because I could have possibly negated all of this, I guess. So then after they move and it took all this time, I start looking them up. They have a bunch of complaints, bad reviews. It's all the stuff I'm experiencing. They don't answer their phones. There's no official line. Delayed deliveries, So I don't know when this stuff's going to get here. I'm essentially, I don't know. I have my laptop and I'm just kind of half-assedly working because this is, it's hard to deal with. It never gets out of your head. Even if I go to the gym and I have a good workout, in the back of your head, it's like, am I just going to lose all this stuff? And I'm sure there could be legal recourse I could take, so it's not like, I'm sure I could get some or most of the money back, I guess, or some level of it. That was like my entire life in that truck. That was like everything I gathered in LA. I came out to LA with basically a backpack and 2 suitcases. And then I was there for what, 4 years essentially. And you know, I had the whole home gym, all the bars, all the plates, the dumbbells, the boxes, the squat rack, the flooring, all of it. Like I don't know where it is. I have no idea where it is. I have no way to really find it. The company address for the moving company, it just shows up as an apartment. It's not an actual, you know, it's not like a storage facility or a warehouse or anything. That's basically my life now. I'm just sitting on my hands every day like, am I ever going to get my stuff? And I guess I have to proceed as if I'm never going to see it again, which sucks. I have videos about training, you know, all this other stuff, and it's just like, it's all just going to be really delayed. That's the update, and thanks.